All right, we are live, Frank. This is Barstool Units, episode 23, 24, something like that. Lost track, but I'm Coach Doug's, as always, with me, the Honorable Frank the Tank Fleming.
I
Frank,
think we actually might be at 24 now.
24?
Yep.
It's going by crazy. So how you?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And meanwhile, I appear to I've got a new phone today, and now when you try to get all your apps right back when again, you forget some of your the friggin' logins, and it's like a real pain in the ass.
Yeah. That's even when I have upgrades on the phone, I usually still wait like months or a year just because I don't want to have to deal with all that.
Yeah, it's a pain in the goddamn ass.
So, well, other than your phone, I feel like we have a lot to talk about this week.
Well, the Mets aren't hitting. I mean, really, did they? They have gone beyond feeble now. They've gone. If it was possible, they'd actually score negative runs.
What place are they in right now?
That's just pure luck.
So they are in first.
Yeah, by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah. The are the Rays coming up on them?
Well, the Rays are in the American League.
The Red Sox.
They're in the American League.
The Orioles.
They're in the American League.
No. How are they doing?
They have like a ever shrinking 3-game lead.
Yeah. So you want to go ahead and plan the trip to London, or do you feel like they might be in the playoffs?
I don't know. They should at least be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But if they actually ever score again.
Yeah. So I thought Lindor was turning things around.
Yeah, well, he's 0 for his last 21.
That doesn't sound great.
No. He's pathetic.
Well, you got him for another 10 years, so you got to learn to love him, right?
I mean, really pathetic.
Well, okay. So the Mets are not doing great. Or as good as they could be, according to you. But how are the Nets doing?
Dead. DOA. Dead on arrival.
I thought Kevin Durant had a great game the other day.
Well, they lost Game 6, and there's no hope.
Yeah,
it's all over.
You don't think they're going to be able to win Game 7?
No.
Is Harden still out?
Harden just can't play. He's just banged up, hurt, hobbled.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I mean, Kevin Durant, of course,
It's unfortunate you get these 3 superstars, and then at the end.
Yeah, well, that doesn't ever happen to the Lakers.
Yeah. Well, what else is going on? So your teams aren't doing too great. What about? And I think a lot of people are going to hear about this. I was traveling, so I didn't get the full. I wasn't able to watch the whole thing because I was driving on the highway. But there was an incident in the Stoolstream studio.
Yeah, Nate. I mean, he's always got rude, snide comments to say about people. Doesn't really have anything nice to say about anybody. And he wondered why I don't like him, and then he has to make the same rude, snide comments in the Stool streams.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys didn't like each other. Or is that the first time you said it out loud?
That's the first time I said it out loud.
Yeah. Did anybody ever define snide for him?
I don't know. I guess he does not too much at the Webster's dictionary.
Yeah. Well, are y'all going to have a rematch?
Looks that way.
Yeah. And if this one goes out the window like that one did, I think the only solution is rough and rowdy.
Yeah, Jesus.
I'm just picturing you and Nate in the ring together, and I honestly, yeah, that's it's probably for the best that doesn't happen, but I'm sure a lot of people would love to see it.
That doesn't sound good to me. Oof.
You use your words. Well, I've been traveling. I left Jacksonville on Tuesday. I was able to stay with a friend in Atlanta and a friend in Nashville. Got to St. Louis, and I got to St. Louis yesterday, like midday, and I wasn't tired at all. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep on going. And so now I'm in Kansas City. Spent day and a half here. Had way too much barbecue. I didn't even even the barbecue I ordered. I didn't finish it. It was way too much. Barbecue Twitter. I tell you, have you dealt with barbecue Twitter, Frank?
No, yes, barbecue in New Jersey is like pizza in Texas.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, there's some good places,
yeah,
but
that's
there's
actually
few and far between.
yeah, that's actually a good point. It's probably not specific to barbecue. It's probably something else. But for some reason, when it comes to food items, and I'm sure people do with pizza as well, they're so solipsistic about it. It's just a matter of this is my one place, and all the other places are garbage. You know what I mean? Like they don't.
Oh yeah,
It's like there can be a bunch of good places, but for some reason, people are like, "Oh, you went to that place. You should have gone here." It's like I can go to both, But had too much barbecue, and I'm still on the road. So I found a Bass Pro Shop not too far from me, and so I got a good amount of steps in today.
that's terrific.
Walking down the Bass Pro Shop, but other than that, I'm headed to Des Moines, Iowa tomorrow.
Des Moines.
Mm-hmm.
And when are you going to hit Omaha?
The next day. So I'm going to Des Moines because the Iowa Barnstormers. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them.
Yes, I am.
The indoor football.
Yeah, it used to be an arena football league team that Kurt Warner played for.
Yeah, and they were in the AFL. They were in the new AFL when they came back in like 2010, and then they left the Arena Football League. I don't know, maybe like 2013 or 14, maybe. And now they're in the IFL, the Indoor Football League. But so I'm going to see the Iowa Barnstormers.
Do they still have those unique helmets with like the goggles on top of the helmet? Like my goggles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they still have. They're fantastic helmets. They're very cool. They're very unique. And they still wear them. I'm gonna try and get some gear. I'm going to the game. I'm trying to. This will be the second indoor arena football game I've gone to this season. I went to the Sharks last week. But I'm gonna try and find some Barnstormer gear to wear and everything. But it should be fun. And then I'm headed to Omaha for who knows how long. I'm going to cheer on the Volunteers, and so the longer they stay, the longer I'll stay.
That sounds good. You'll be there with Big T, I guess. I think Big T went down there.
Well, so yeah, Brandon Walker, Ben Mintz, and Marty Mush, and I believe and Carl Barstool Carl from Chicago. They're all doing some kind of a show at a pub or something, or at a bar. So they'll be doing that, I think at 11 or 12, starting on Monday, going Monday through Friday. I'm not sure what exactly they're doing. I've kind of done all what I'm doing on a whim. I kind of said, hey, the Vols are in, so I'm going. So I'm kind of doing this road trip on my own, and I don't want to mess up anything they're doing, but I might go to one of the shows or something and just sit in the audience and watch like everybody else.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, but I'll be I'm going to cheer on the Volunteers. So,
I was talking about the Mets, how a good week is just completely falling apart with no runs in the last 29 innings.
Mm-hmm.
It could be worse. Could be the Arizona Diamondbacks.
How are they doing?
Cubic Zirconium Backs. That's their new name. The Arizona Cubic Zirconium Backs.
Have you tweeted that yet? You got to.
I actually just thought of it just while I'm talking to you. I didn't. That's why the Diamondbacks have lost 23 straight games on the road.
Wow.
The last time they won a game on the road, Madison Bumgarner's was no hitter that didn't count, and that was April 25th.
I was going to say that was a long time ago.
Yeah, they haven't won a road game since then. At the end of on May 22nd, the Diamondbacks were 2 games above. Well, on May 22nd, they were 2 games above 500, 15-13 when the road rows started. They actually blew a 4-0 game against the Mets at Citi Field during this period. And since being 15-13, they're 5-37 in their last 42 games.
And that's not a Frank stat. That's an actual stat.
They've lost 14 straight. The last time they actually won a game was June 1st against the Mets. Again, the Mets should have won. Mets blew a 4-0 lead in that one.
So how many away games have they lost in a row?
23.
I feel like that's like statistically impossible.
It is a major league record, breaking the record held by the Mets. And it's a record that was actually almost 60 years old.
Really?
1963 Mets lost like 22 straight road games, or 21 straight road games. That's been topped by the Diamondbacks.
I mean, how do you get back on the bus after that? I mean, hey, we're going on a road.
Nothing was worse than Tuesday night. They had a 7-0 lead, and they blew it.
That is wild. The Arizona cubic zirconium backs.
The cubic zirconium backs. They've lost 14 straight. They're 1-14 in June. Going back a little further, since May 15th, their last 30 games are 2-28.
That's a real stat. 2-28.
Yes.
That's rough.
I mean, they're just losing every game right now. And no rest for the weary. They're actually playing the Dodgers now.
Yeah. And Albert Pujols is going to knock a couple out for him.
No score in the 5th. But yeah, the Arizona cubic zirconium backs.
Well,
they're wearing weird jerseys today. They're wearing one of those city jerseys.
Yeah.
And they even have a different name on there. They're calling them the Serpents.
It's obviously a money grab. Like, hey, every alternative jersey.
Actually, it's Serpients City Connect jerseys, and they're awful looking.
Yeah, I understand the logistics of it. I understand it's a money grab, and like the more alternative jerseys they can make, the more jerseys they're going to sell, the more money they're going to make. But I have not heard anything good about any of these city jerseys.
They have all been awful, terrible.
Like the
only one that might be good was the one the Marlins wore.
I haven't seen that. Do they look like old throwback ones to the Florida Marlins or what?
No, actually, they look like throwbacks to a team from Cuba in the 1950s.
Okay, I'll take a look. I'll take a look.
Well, but considering that the Marlins had the worst uniforms in the league,
yeah,
I guess they're not really bouncing back. The Cubs look like they're wearing pajamas.
Yeah, the Wrigleyville.
The White Sox ones, you could tell Tony La Russa was so happy to be wearing them.
It looks like a jersey you'd wear in like GTA or something.
Unreal, and it's all Nike. Nike causes all of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've discussed that before. How Nike ruined the FSU logo. I won't wear anything. I did wear the Seminole Club of New York sent me a shirt that had the new Seminole head on it. And I wore that because I appreciate them sending it to me. But other than that, if I'm going out and buying a new FSU shirt, it's either going to say FSU or it'll have Renegade on there. It will not have that new Seminole head logo on it. And they ruined the Jaguars jerseys. I remember Nike's the one that did the two-tone helmet. And I mean, who knows whose idea it was, but it was just
Nike ruined the Dolphins uniforms. They
I
got
don't.
rid of the throwbacks. They're here. They're starting to pressure Major League Baseball to make everyone have name on the back of their jerseys,
I'm sure the Yankees,
and that's like aimed at the Yankees.
yeah, so that they can sell Aaron Judge jerseys.
Well, they do. I actually got to say this and I say this to every Yankee fan. Every Yankee fan, when I see you wearing a jersey with the name on the back of their jersey, or a jersey with the name on the back, you look like a fraud. You look like a fake.
Yeah.
Real Yankee fans will not wear name on back of their jersey.
Yeah. Whether you are or not a fraud or a fake fan, that's what it looks like.
It looks like that, yes.
Yeah. I know that. I'm not a huge baseball person. I definitely am not a huge Yankees fan or anything, but even I know that.
I just made the tweet, Arizona, cubic zirconium backs.
Well, once we're done here, I'll be sure to like it and share it. Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm staying at a Days Inn right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. There's little kids running up and down the hallway.
No, we can't hear that.
Okay, good. I didn't expect any issues when I got here. I figured I would just find like a Days Inn or Holiday Inn on the side of the road, off the way somewhere. I went to like 2 or 3 like Best Westerns, Holiday Inns, and stuff like that, and there were homeless people like outside hanging out in the parking lot, and I'm just like, that my anxiety kicked in. I'm like, it's one thing to like ask for $1 or something on like Panhandle. But I just pictured myself getting out of the car, like walking to a hotel, and them saying like, "Hey, you mind if I stay in the room, or you mind if I like help out with the rent?" And I'm just like, my anxiety kicked in. I'm like, I can't do this, and so like I kept driving, like exit after.
Yeah, that's how people get murdered.
Like in my like I don't. It was. I just in my processing
the drifter killer.
Yeah. I was processing all this stuff, like what could happen, and it was like, now, granted, they're probably just down on their luck and they need some help, but in my head, I'm like going through all these scenarios of like how I'm going to die. So I just, yeah.
What city are you in? You're in Des Moines now, or
no? I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm still not exactly sure. I'm going to need to do some research on this because Kansas City, like the city itself, is on the state line.
Yes, half the city is in Kansas and half the city is in Missouri.
But like, is the city run by the Missouri government?
No, they're 2 separate cities.
So it's not one city.
No, but it is basically one big city, just cut in half.
Why would you do that?
Yes, it's Kansas City.
Yeah, it's just and I was thinking about while I was driving, like, I can't imagine if like Mexico City was like halfway in Mexico and halfway in Texas or something.
I remember as a kid. Let me see if I can find this that they taught us in school. Let me see if I can find it. I remember like in music class or something like that. Here it is. Wichita and the wheat fields of Kansas. Kansas City K is next to Kansas City Mo. Chicago, Crossroads of America. Tallahassee, Tuscaloosa, San Francisco, Guadalupe.
What is that for? Just to
I just remember being taught that in like 6th grade.
Are those all the capitals?
I don't know. Well, Guadalupe is not a capital of anything.
I heard Wichita. I don't think is Lawrence. I don't know what's the capital of Kansas. Is Lawrence or Wichita?
I believe Wichita is the capital of Kansas.
That's the only reason I even guessed that it was because Tallahassee is the capital of Florida.
And Springfield is the capital of Missouri.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Well, Springfield's the capital of Illinois. Because I went to Springfield, Illinois for a wedding a couple years ago. And it was like the whole downtown is just dead. Like eight lane highways. No.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's Jefferson City is the capital of Missouri.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not great at all that geography stuff. I'll leave that to KB. But well, on this road
Well,
trip,
just remember, Wichita and the Wheatfields of Kansas, and that Kansas City K is next to Kansas City Mo.
I don't know what I'm supposed to derive from that.
35 years ago, I still don't know what I'm supposed to derive from that.
But you remembered it, and so that's
Yes.
well.
Yes.
I'm coming across one thing I'm doing while I'm going through these towns is I'm looking up card stores. I'm finding some pretty cool card stores.
Well, I'm going to a card show on Sunday.
Are you?
Yep.
Is it one in Jersey or where are you going?
Yeah, Garfield. The Garfield has card shows like every other week.
Nice.
In it's like the first, third, and fifth. The first and third Sunday of every month, unless there's like a holiday, they'll have a card show, and this is the first one they've had since COVID.
Nice. Is it like at a gymnasium or something like a city community center or something?
Yeah, the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that should be fun. Are you looking to are you taking any cards? Are you looking just to go see what they have? You looking to
I'm gonna go see around, just go around. Haven't been there nearly 2 years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, I would go. I go to this maybe once a month or every other month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, there's been a heck of a downturn recently in the market. Cards are just not what they were. Cards are not worth what they were like even 3 months ago.
Oh, you mean the bubble burst? Gee, what shock!
Yeah. Well, so that's the thing. I don't know. Like it wasn't a. I don't know if the bubbles burst. I think maybe it was just either it was enough of a drop to where the bubble didn't actually burst. It just lowered or kind of flattened or whatnot.
Sort of like the Mets the last 2 days.
Exactly like the Mets the last 2 days.
A couple of years ago, this guy I think was just tired of the card business and just wanted to get rid of everything. Didn't want to take it with him. So he started selling everything on his table for 50 cents. And I brought like sets galore. All junk wax.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was like the Skybox basketball.
Like
I got like old basketball, old hockey. I actually got like the We Laugh set.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with those.
The World League of American Football.
Oh, no, I have not. I'll tell you what. I've never heard of that. The World League of American Football.
It was a spring league that was actually run by the NFL.
Okay.
It was run for 2 years. Then it went under and it came back and was basically it was still called for like 1 or 2 years the World League of American Football, and then it became NFL Europe.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
and they actually had teams in America the first year and like one division of teams in Europe. And they had teams like I remember the New York, New Jersey Knights, the Orlando Thunder, who wore lime green.
I tell you what, I was when you said that I was thinking the World Football League.
Yeah, well, that was in the 70s.
Well, when I guess this would have been late 90s or something, or mid 90s, because Europe started in the late 90s, right, or early 2000s.
Well, it changed its name.
Well, I mean, because they moved to Europe, right?
No, they had teams in Europe the first 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then it shut down for like 2 years and came back exclusively in Europe.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So it was United States and Europe for a couple of years,
and Canada.
That's one thing because we've talked about it so many times about the Jaguars are moved to London or whoever, which is just silly.
Oh, by the way, guess who was at the office yesterday?
Tony Khan.
Yes.
Oh, really? That was. I mean, in context, it makes sense. But was he doing an episode of wrestling?
I believe he was.
Yeah. Yeah, I read a quote. I can't remember. I think it might have been a reporter in Jacksonville, but apparently Shad Khan was quoted as saying, talking to Tony, and I think Tony's sister. I think if he has a sister, y'all are going to inherit a lot of money when I die. You might as well spend. You might as well spend a lot of it now while I'm alive.
He's a
And
wild man, isn't he?
yeah, well, apparently that was in context of
Starting AEW.
race. Yeah, starting AEW. I believe that was the context. Which is, I mean, hey, listen, I think every poor person like myself can understand. Like, yeah, if your dad has like billions of dollars, and hey, go have fun. I don't get it. I don't know the business. I don't understand it. But hey, I've got billions of dollars. You want to, take a couple hundred million and go start something, have fun.
I'm watching this hockey game now in overtime. The Vegas Golden Knights basically are handing this game to the Montreal Canadiens. Their series is tied 1-1. It's in game three's in Montreal. And the goalie for the Knights, Marc-Andre Fleury, tried to get the puck behind the net and lost the puck. And we're standing behind the net as the Canadian, as like two Canadians were sitting there, and got the easy game tying goal.
Sad. Are they? And you said they're playing in Montreal. Are there?
Yeah, very limited fans.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're actually playing in Canada. I figured they would, whoever the Canadian team was, would just come down to America.
Yeah, there is like they have exceptions, but basically, if you're an American hockey player going out to play a Canadian team, you can't leave the hotel room.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, and it makes sense. I mean, when you look at what else they're doing, and like, basically, you can't leave Canada, or they have all these. It's
Now it looks like something crazy's going on. Someone got hit in the face for the Canadians. Looks like a penalty wasn't called. And now the refs are yelling at people. And now the game's stopped.
Well,
should be a penalty. Should be a 4-minute major minor penalty, double minor, which will basically be like handing the Canadiens the game, because the Vegas Golden Knights have just played awful, just like ludicrously dumb.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Jeff Delo's not happy about that. Well, who do you think's gonna come? I think Tampa Bay is in the lead 2-1, right, with the Islanders.
What was that?
Tampa.
Yeah, well, Tampa, the Islanders have been down 2-1 in every series.
There you go.
I'm hoping that the Islanders win, because I really don't like the Lightning.
Why not?
What they did to that kid rubs me the wrong way.
What kid?
You didn't hear about that?
Oh.
In the series against the Panthers, 12-year-old boy shows up, or like a young boy, like 10, 11, 12-year-old boy, showed up to Tampa, making that long drive from Miami to Tampa, wearing a Panthers jersey, and they kicked him out of the arena because you're not allowed to wear the any merchandise of the opposing team in the lower bowl in Tampa.
I feel like this is a fake story.
It is not a fake story.
You're telling me Tampa Bay Lightning kicked out a fan because he was wearing a Florida Panthers jersey?
Yep.
Was it because he was wearing a Florida Panthers jersey, or that he wasn't from Tampa?
That he was wearing a Florida Panthers jersey. A guy put the thing out there, telling him, security asking him to remove the jersey or leave. And it's an 11-year-old boy. And the ticket policy is fans cannot wear the visiting merchandise in the lower bowl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so go fuck the Lightning can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, if I'm gonna have to look more into it, but if that is the case, go Devils.
Islanders.
I'm saying personally.
Oh yeah.
If that's if Tampa Bay, I mean, what
Now, okay, there is an update. They said that they're not going to do that anymore. because it went viral and people were pissed.
Yeah, the fact that you would do that in the first place. Who the hell would make that decision?
Yeah, it's easy to find it. So I'm actually looking at the Tampa Bay Times.
Yeah, no,
That
do it.
Lightning to retire jersey after flap at Florida fan.
That is just the fact that was even a policy in the first place.
And they probably would not have reversed this policy if that guy didn't post a video of them like going after an 11-year-old.
Yeah, that's a wild policy to have in the first place. Well, who knows? Okay, well,
and the Canadiens win.
Really?
Oh my God, the Canadiens are just like on a special run right now. They got dominated by the Maple Leafs, and the Maple Leafs choked. The Jets couldn't get a goal past Carey Price, and tonight the Golden Knights just ridiculously lost. The Canadiens might win the fucking Stanley Cup.
Well, here's the thing: you can go on runs, but at the end of the season,
they were ridiculously bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you can go on a run here and there, and you can get lucky. But at the end of the season, those runs kind of sputter out when you hit like the actual talented teams. So
the Maple Leafs are notorious chokers.
Yeah. So what do you think it'll be? Canadiens and Islanders?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean the Golden Knights have been down before. But the way they lost this game is just totally ridiculous. The Canadiens didn't win tonight. The Golden Knights choked.
Yeah.
Literally choked.
At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's still a W still in the win column.
Oh, my God. They should be ashamed of themselves. Should be ashamed of themselves.
So the Knights, did they lose their coach?
No, the Canadiens were the ones that lost their coach.
Who is becoming the new Rangers coach?
Former Golden Knights coach. He got fired 2 years ago.
Gotcha. After that run in the first season?
Yeah, yep. They didn't like the fact that he actually got fired last year, I should say.
Okay.
He got fired. What basically happened was like a domino effect. Peter DeBoer, who actually used to coach the Devils, he got fired by the Sharks. And the Golden Knights upset that Gallant didn't do anything in year 2, and the team is kind of like meandering in year 3.
Mm-hmm.
Decided they wanted to hire Peter DeBoer.
Gotcha.
So it was almost like a domino effect. The Sharks fired their coach, and then 2 weeks later, he got hired by the Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he'll do well in New York?
Gallant? I think, yeah. I wanted the Devils to hire him last year.
Well, it'll be did you see Jimmy Fallon at the Islanders game?
What a fraud. He's
just a fan of New York, man.
No.
Go New York.
No. Talk to Avery Zaretsky. He'll tell you.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, I'm the the road to Omaha will continue. But one of the things I've been doing in these cities.
Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
It would be like a Florida State fan rooting for the Gators in a national championship game.
Yeah, it would never happen.
Yeah, it shouldn't have happened. And Jimmy Fallon is a well-known Ranger fan who got pied in the face a couple years ago by the Devils mascot.
Yeah. So what? I mean, if he's a well-known Rangers fan, why go to an Island? I mean, you can go to an Islanders game, but why wear the Islanders jersey?
Can't do that.
I feel like going to the Islanders game, that wouldn't be an issue, right?
No.
That's like, hey, you're a huge celebrity.
Hockey fan, yes.
Yeah, and you're a hockey fan.
I mean, if I got a chance to go to the Islander game, I'll root for the Islanders, but I won't wear anything Islanders.
Yeah. Well, the season continues. I'm excited. Hopefully, I mean, like I said,
that would be like me wearing a Yankees jersey at a Yankee game.
Yeah, it would never happen. Or a Braves jersey.
Well, that would really never happen. Unless, of course, it's a throwback jersey and someone gives it to me and it's...
You're like a Hank Aaron or something?
Yeah, Hank Aaron. I'll wear Hank Aaron's 1974 jersey.
The one with the blue
The
with
big feather.
Feather on the
Yep.
Yeah, those are awesome jerseys. Well, one thing I'm doing while I'm in these cities is I'm checking out sports cards where I can go. I haven't been to any shows or anything, but there's been a lot of cool sports card stores, and I picked up a couple of cards today. I got
to do a card opening again soon.
Yeah, you got a Terry Bradshaw. I think it's like his I don't know, 8th year or something like that. Yeah, his 8th year. But then I've been looking for this. It's not his rookie card. His rookie card. This Fred
Bolitnikov.
Yeah, FSU guy right there.
Super Bowl 11 MVP.
His
You want to talk about sticky stuff?
I love this. Just
you know the story of sticky stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
You know what Fred Bolitnikov was known for, don't you?
What the sticky hands, right?
Yeah, he drenched his jersey in stickum.
He drenched the whole jersey.
He had stickum where you could actually see the stuff oozing off his fingers.
Hey, you play to win the game, you know. But I just love this card because it's like just a horrible picture. Like half of he's losing.
Does it say what year that's from? Is that like from 77?
Like 70. This is 78.
Oh, so it's 2 years. So it's the year after they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The 77 cards would have had the 76 season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. These are. Yeah, this is 78. So the final season is 77. But his rookie card, the graded ones, if it's graded like a 5 or 6, they're going for like $700 right now. I'm gonna wait and see if I can. If that comes down a little bit, I'm trying to grow my FSU collection. That would be a great.
You know, I have a lot of doubles like in like the storage area of my apartment, which I need to move to my other storage area, like 90s junk wax cards.
Yeah.
I gotta pass those on to you. Some of those.
Well, that's I wrote the blog. I finally wrote the blog. You know, I'm sorry to tell you, your cards aren't worth anything. And
I saw it.
It was one of those like I wanted that title like because I don't want to come across as like Darren Ravel like, oh, those are junk cards. It's like I don't feel good telling people, like I get DMs all the time like, hey, like, you know, here are these
the junk wax era.
Yeah. And
it's well known. If you're a real card collector, you know the junk wax era. That's
the thing. A lot of people messaging me, you know, they probably collected cards when they were a kid in their early 90s. They got out of it, and now they hear like, "Oh, sports cards are big again."
Yeah, well, no, that's the 90s were the early 90s were the height of the junk wax era.
I know, but these kids don't know it though.
Yeah, and basically 90% of my collection is junk wax.
Yeah. Now, do you actually have wax? Like, do you have the boxes of sealed packs, or do you have sets?
Very few of those. I like getting the sets.
Yeah.
I like opening the cards, getting the sets, making the sets, or buying the factory sealed set. Mm-hmm. I put a lot of them in binders. Yeah. And as you see the closet behind me, hold on a second.
Yeah. Oh, I
can get to it.
Frank. Frank the Camp.
And that's just half. You don't see the other half of the closets. The whole fucking closets.
Frank, it's the camera.
Oh, wait a second. It's on the wrong side. Shit. There you go.
There we go. Bunch of wax, huh?
Those are binders of complete sets. 1988 score, 1987 Donruss. Then you have the cards, the Bowman set, 1987 Fleer. I opened 1982 Fleer. Let me see. Top Senior Baseball. I don't know if you don't know anything about that. Top Senior in the they had this thing once, Top Senior Baseball, where they had old timers in the winter decided to go play a league called in Florida.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I got that set. It only lasted like 1 year. Like I got like NHL. I got some recent sets too. 2020 Topps baseball.
Do you have 89 score?
What?
89 score?
Yep.
Do you now? Okay, so do you have the what do they call them back then? Call them the update series, or what do they call?
I don't know if I have the update series for Score.
That,
I always got the Topps traded, but I didn't really go after the Score updated.
Gotcha.
I have the 1989 Upper Deck with the Griffey.
Nice. Yeah, the 1989 Score. That's the Dion. It's Dion, Barry, and what?
Oh, I don't have that many football. I have mainly baseball.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of baseball, I saw this at the store when I was buying those two, and I figured, I'd get it for you. If you don't have it, I'll go ahead and keep it for my personal collection. But if you do have it, I'll keep it for myself. But if you don't,
you can keep it.
All right, fair enough. That's Dwight Gooden's rookie card.
It is definitely in one of these binders behind me.
Gotcha. I thought that was a pretty cool card. It's a Mets card. And,
1984. Yep.
I remember you talking about Dwight Gooden. You got his Bagel Boss autograph.
Yep. Right here.
There you go. Nice. Well, I hope you have fun at the card show. You'll have to document that. We'll have to go once I'm up there. We'll definitely have to go. I'm still talking to the people in charge, trying to get us to go to the National in Chicago the last weekend of July. That's going to be
that sounds fun. People want me to go there. They've been wanting me to go to Chicago for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a huge week, a huge show. I think they said there's going to be like 1,200 tables. I mean, it's just
wow.
It's going to be insane. And without the card show app, it didn't happen last year. So, so I'm looking forward to going to that if we end up going. If not, I might just go ahead and buy my own ticket and kind of do what I'm doing here. Even if they don't get us hotel rooms or anything, I might just go ahead and buy the tickets. Because I think that'll be a fun time to go
yep.
and document and everything. So, all right. Well, hey, I hope you have fun at the card show.
Well, talk to people in charge, see if they could send people with us, and then I could also do the Chicago tour, and hopefully one of the Chicago teams are in town.
Yeah, well, that's I don't think the guys from Barstool Chicago are going to be in town. But
really.
Hey,
so the guys from Barstool Chicago won't be in town for when we actually go out to Chicago.
Exactly. But hey, maybe we'll do a units takeover of Barstool Chicago, and we'll take over the new studio and everything, and do some radio shows.
See who's going to do one of these games there? The White Sox or the Cubs?
Yeah, even the
hopefully the Cubs.
The Brewers are only like what, an hour outside.
That might be nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll figure it out. But that is Doug's Den. I'm going to continue on the road to Omaha. Who knows? Hopefully the Vols pull it all the way through, and I'll be there for a week or so. Frank, take us out.
The Mets are just feeble. Their offense they have such good pitching, and it's a shame that they just can't score any fucking runs. It's just a goddamn motherfucking shame.
Shame. That's Barstool Units. See you next
time. By the
time.
way, here's something interesting. August 12th. That's when the Yankees are going to be playing the White Sox in Iowa.
What are they doing in Iowa?
People will come, Ray.
Are they? They're not having a game there.
Yes, they are.
Are they?
In the cornfield.
But not at that field.
Let me look it up. It's going to be that field.
I mean, there's going to be 100 home runs.
Not with the way people are hitting balls this year. Let me see. It was supposed to happen last year, but everything got fucked up.
Well, Bart was putting on a game there as well.
Here it is. Yep, it's going to be. Here it is. The New York Yankees and Chicago White Sox will play in the Major League Baseball Field of Dreams presented by Geico. Scheduled on August 12th in Dyersville, Iowa, where the iconic cornfield stadium was built. And basically, they're going to cut they're basically going to put the ball in the cornfield.
But so are they going to use the actual field like next to the house, or are they making a field?
Well, you know how Hollywood is.
Yeah.
They built a field somewhere.
Well, yes, it's right next to the house. I mean, it's still there. Barstool. I don't know if you know this. Barstool is putting on like a baseball game there.
Yeah, well, that's where they're playing.
That'll be a heck of a game to watch.
All right. That it will be.
That it will be. That's Barstool Units. See you guys next time.